My hair got so knotty at night. Um, that's the. I just put it there because it's like comfortable and it's like sticking out. Sorry, guys. You're like, fix that, whatever's going on there. Like, we don't care about the hair, just like fix the t shirt situation. Um, I think Ryan, there's the come over they were talking about the other day. I think Ryan said he's gonna buy me some baby barrettes, if and when I get out there. So I'll have like cute little barrettes to put in my hair, and we'll go to Claire's or something. Or maybe Shannon will take me if Ryan gets overwhelmed. I don't know. Okay. It's like I think I'm folding, like braiding time and space into Hollywood, so they have no choice um, but to take care of me. So I think that's good because they're obviously like really in on it, and they obviously like help me when they talk, and it's just like I don't know how to describe it, but like they're really into it, I guess is what I want to say. They're really into space and time. I mean, it's Hollywood. Like they're weirdos and they're all into spirituality, and it's like, of course, they love like the future and like the princess of space and all that kind of stuff or whatever. And it's like very noticeable. Um, so I think like we're weaving time and space into Hollywood. I think we're doing a good job of it. I don't feel like I like Colin this morning. Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell. When I say Farrell, it's like weird. Like Farrell just sounds so much better. I know it's not an E, I know it's an A, but I'm also from New Jersey, so it might be like I want to ask my sister so bad, but like I can't. Like how do you say it? Like say this word for me. Like that. Do you guys play with your siblings like that? But anyway, welcome to the you know what my dad said to Adam the other day when he was working in the kitchen? It was really funny. Because I told you they're redoing the kitchen right now, so they're remodeling the kitchen. And Adam's helping. I think it was Adam's idea. And didn't I say that? Like we get our kitchen remodeled. Alyssa and Hayden we get our kitchen remodeled. But anyway, so now they're redoing the kitchen. Isn't that weird? So anyway, Adam was like helping them with the kitchen like a couple of days ago, and he's like, and he like me, my mom, and my dad were like standing around Adam, like watching him. And my dad's like, "Oh, there's three Janellos watching you, you know, do whatever he's doing, like work on the kitchen." He's like, "You'll get that a lot in the Janello family." Adam and I turned around and looked at him like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Adam Janello, welcome to the Janello clan." Adam has no idea what to expect in the Janello family. clearly. Um, I woke up at like 8:30, I think, and I felt like I still felt like I was like in the coma. And so I was like, let me go back to sleep. And I woke up at 9:30, and now it's 10:30. I stayed in bed for like half an hour or something. Then I took Fresh out, made myself some coffee. I definitely don't feel awake. I definitely still feel like asleep. I don't feel like the whole entire like comatose thing. But like, and then my dad was saying like, no, it's been going on for more than a couple of days because I was actually like sleeping. You guys remember? And I was like, I just slept all day. Remember, I like did that for like 3, 4 days in a row. I was like, I just slept, just sleeping, just slept all day. So I am partially like in a coma right now, I want to say. I don't know if you guys remember, but like a few months ago, Anakin came down with little me. I'm like, like maybe like, I don't know, around 10 years old. I look like I'm around like 10 years old or something. And he looks like grown man Anakin, just like regular Anakin. And he's holding me, the princess, in his arms. And she's like completely passed out. And she's wearing a nightgown. And he like, threatens the entire world that he'll pull me off completely off planet, basically, in that sequence, and that I won't be here anymore, and I'll just be on the space station. There's like that little chin hair is back. I'll just completely be on the space station and be with Anakin because he's partially pulled. The reason that I'm like a little 10-year-old whatever on the space station right now is because he has partially pulled me off of the planet. Uh, so like he's pulled like my child like up to 10, I guess, or whatever. I look around 10. I don't know how old I am exactly. Anywhere from like 8 to like 13 I could have really been. But he's partially pulled me off of planet and she's in a coma. Okay? And so like she's like the childhood part of me. Um so she's in a coma and now the coma is like hitting me. And I could definitely go into a coma, guys. I really could. And he might completely pull me off planet. And that's what he was like threatening to the world. Like, please take me seriously, guys. And like, stop giving me mail to like pay attention to mail on 3D. You were supposed to say mail isn't real. You're supposed to say taxes aren't real. You're supposed to say all this stuff is not real. You're not supposed to like put this stuff in front of me like, oh, this needs your attention. This needs your attention, Alyssa. This needs your attention. Bank of America's calling me. Bank of America, you're not real. Why are you calling me? What do you want from me? You want my money. You want my energy. Okay? Who am I paying, Bank of America? Are you listening to me? Hayden is gonna pull me completely off of the planet, okay? Because that's what they've been working on for a year to how to do it correctly. Probably for a lot longer. Probably since 2017, they've been trying to figure out how to pull me off the planet correctly. Okay, so yes, so I'm partially pulled off planet. Like my childhood self is like pulled off planet, basically. Is the childhood the same as our childhood? No. The answer is no. It's like the childhood before I existed. And you guys were warned about all of this, and you were told to turn around and to worship me and everything like that. And so here I am another day sitting in my room being like, maybe you should put me in my castle. Maybe you should choose to let my dad come and get me. Yada, 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 all the stuff. Okay. And she's partially in the Pleiades because she's married to Colin in the Pleiades. What does it matter? My childhood self is pulled onto the space station. So my childhood self um, is not on the planet. So there's no Alyssa child or Liz, because my name's Liz. There's no Alyssa or Liz child on the planet. So there's no one molecule child on the planet. My childhood is gone. It's off planet. It's off world. It's in the space station. It's close by. You can get her back, by worshiping me, by starting a freaking church, if that's your fucking job. Um, you can get her back on the planet. But, this isn't a joke. Right now, as we're going, if you keep fucking giving me mail to attend to when I'm the fucking queen of the universe, then he's going to pull me all the way off. All right, so she's in a coma. That's what she's doing up there. She's in a coma. How many times do I have to say it? You guys are so stupid. You're like, oh my God, Hayden is like taking care of little Liz without Liz. First of all, Hayden is me. Second of all, I have a dog here. Okay, so I have a child as well. And my child is not in a coma. He has Briar Rose down here. Okay, and Anakin has freaking my childhood in a coma. Do you understand what I'm saying? Stop being stupid. She's in a coma. Okay, they call it asleep. They call it eternal slumber up there. Okay. So last night I was in a dream sequence with, I want to say it was Victor, but it was like Hayden and Colin combined with red hair, but we have red hair. And he was like um making me a friendship bracelet, and he was like kind of stunned to like be like in my vicinity. He was just like kind of starstruck, awestruck, and he was starting the Church of Alyssa. So that was my dream last night. So there's a few ways to get Alyssa's childhood back, but they all include including me in the 3D narrative and including my will in the 3D narrative. If you still don't want to start the Church of Alyssa, even though the Savior's 45 years old, if you want to, give her back to Colin and let us have a child, and that can help us get the freaking, my childhood back on the planet as well. Okay, but that would include my will. That would include involving me in 3D. That would include listening to me over walls. That would include, all aligning and like clearing the way so that Colin can come over and somehow I don't go into a coma and my husband picks me up. My boss picks me up from work all the time and it feels like she's next to be pulled off planet, is what somebody just said over walls. I just channeled that. And I know her very well. I know Alyssa very well, okay? So, I believe that would be correct, actually, that I am pulled off planet, um, married on the Pleiades, married to Colin, because all of your weddings are Alyssa and Colin. No? Do you guys hear yourself? I believe that would be correct. They're like, wait, right? Oh my God. She is pulled off planet in an eternal marriage wedding ceremony with Colin Farrell. Don't you hate when you play yourself, humans? Like, don't you just hate that? Is that why you guys play us like all the time, like every day? You're like, I'm gonna play the aliens today because like they took my life basically away from me. And I'm like, you took my life away from me, okay? And I'm the one molecule. So if you give me my life back, you automatically have your life back. Isn't that crazy and weird? It's so crazy. Sorry, I'm not a normal person. Put me in my fucking castle. No, I definitely don't like Colin today. I feel like he's a bad man. I feel like he's hiding something from me. Um, I feel like, yeah, I feel like um, he's like, like a Hollywood, like douchebag guy, like player. Like he just wants, like, the royal princess for like um, stardom and fame and like doesn't actually want to like take care of me. He just wants it like to like get bitches and whatever. I'm half joking, but like I definitely like feel like weird about Colin today. So there's definitely like people that we're looking for in the great gigantic skin tunnel of um, Silent Hill. It's hard to function when you kind of feel like you're in a coma all the time, you know? Hayden said that he doesn't want to pull me off because my lips just got really big. Did you guys see that? I got like the fish lips. You know, the girls that look like, or the women that look like fishes with like fish lips. My my lip just got like big out of nowhere. Okay, so anyway, I forgot what I was saying because the comb is already hitting me. It's like coffee, what coffee? Oh, Hayden said that he doesn't want to pull me off again because he's afraid that we'll completely drop to level one, that Alyssa's the only thing holding us in place between like three, two, and we're sort of like between three, two, and one. Um, we're sort of like multi-dimensional right now. Like we're kind of a little bit in third dimension, a little bit in second dimension, and a little bit in the first dimension. Obviously, like you can tell, obviously, like where you live more. But they did say to people that were saying, like somebody was like, okay, so like I don't know if it's a hellscape or if it's a reptilian thing, but there's like a vagina. Sorry, this isn't for kids, but there's like a vagina in your throat chakra in your throat, and I remember seeing it when we were being attacked by reptilians. So I don't know if it's like reptilian Draco, but I think it's like in that family where they actually have like their vag in their throat, whatever. And I heard someone who is very caught up in the 3D reality who's just like, only 3D is real. Get out of my face with this, like, when did you meet me? And get out of my face with like this multiple timelines bullshit, and get out of my face with like, we're only here for illicit energy. You just get out. Like, she's like, this person is like that or whatever. And the energy said to her, because they brought up the throat vagina, and she was like, I want a throat vagina, leave me alone. And they're like, okay, well, that's not a 3D narrative, Sabine. That is not a 3D narrative, okay, Miss Thing, like Miss Sarsha, like Miss, like whatever your name is, Miss Jessica, like start hearts, Pam. Um, I guess she's Irish, I don't know, but anyway, um, yeah, it's like you can't like be in denial of like all this crap and like in telepathy say all this crap to us and not expect it to change your reality because the energy is always listening to you and like you're just little like tiny mortal again. So anyway, they were like the energy to Sabine was like you may no longer live in 3D reality because you are not talking from a 3D reality perspective. You are talking from a multidimensional channeled alien perspective, which means you are listening in and you do know the queen of the aliens. That would be me, Alyssa, the queen of the aliens. Hi, nice to meet you. Um, so there she goes with her deductive reasoning again. Who made Alyssa the queen of the aliens? Maybe it's Catherine Demue, right? Okay, like go ahead and like focus. Anyway, you're not living from a 3D perspective, so you can no longer live in 3D. Does that make sense? Even if you don't want to call me the queen of aliens, even though I am because of like how the aliens. Don't you come to me for your redesigns, Jessica? Don't you kind of know who your mom is? Um, must be the It's Only Clothes crew that she's talking about. It must be, guys. I feel like I need to like read the comments because like um you guys are clearly in the room and you're clearly listening in. And if I'm not the alien queen, I am the call out queen. Thank you very much, Kevin Hart. Do you guys hear Kevin Hart's like um commenting? He's fucking hilarious, like commenting on. I sometimes can't sleep because I'm listening to Kevin Hart's um public comedy commentary on my New World Order channel, and it's hilarious. I'm like, oh my god, I have to like please, Kevin, I have to calm down. He's really funny. So yeah, you know, um, I just don't like that actress. I really hate that actress. I fucking hate that actress. She looks disproportionate and weird, and like I just don't like her. Okay, she's probably completely out of line, and that's why I don't like her. And she just looks like trailer trash, just like thrown into the movies. I don't even know her name, but she's the one where did you guys see the one where it's like Brandon and me? It's literally Brandon and me. Um, in the Goodwill Hunting show, whatever that's called, with Katniss Evergreen. Hunger Games. Did you see the one where it's literally Brandon and me? It's like I think Hunter Schafer. Oh my God, Fresh, shut up. See, I'm already in the fucking coma because everything is annoying. Um, but anyway, she's in that one. Like it just literally looks like Alyssa and Brandon, and they're like twins. And that was like before. It kind of looks like Ezra Miller there, but I guess I kind of look like Ezra a little bit if I'm shapeshifting into him. Rachel Ziegler, I Can't Stand You. Tom Blythe, but he looks hot um, in it. He looks like such a dork and such a nerd. I look like Hunter Schafer, I think. I look a lot like her. I know she's trans and everything, guys, but I she can be passing and I can look like her. I know it's weird, I guess. But yeah, it's like totally me and Brandon. I was like, "Oh, that's so cute. It's me and Brandon in the movie." I liked it. I know they didn't give us credit. They didn't give me and Brandon credit, but I still liked it. Anyway, I know that was like so corny. They're like, "Sing for us," and then she like sings this like stupid song in like the whatever the Lower East Side, basically. It's like so dumb. Um, her Rachel Ziegler, it's like she's just the worst. I forgot what I was talking about. I'm gonna get pulled out. So anyway, if I get pulled out, or he's afraid to pull me out because you guys always put me back in. Unconditional love brother always puts me back in, and but it obviously like pulls pieces of me out and like gives me like more memories, and it messes with your reality clearly. Like it took away your weddings and everything like that when you guys pull me out, right? Because you're like, push her out. Let's push her out of 3D altogether. Okay. And then it's like, you have nothing. You have like no weddings. You have no life. You now have no childhood, all these things. And so he's hesitant to pull me out again. Um, I think it's my 3D piece, to pull me out and put me in the space station because it's my 3D piece. And I think 1D is like it's like 3D, 5D split. It's like 4D is the church. And it's like you guys like are like, I don't want to build a church of Alyssa. So it's like called the 3D, 5D split. And I think 2D must be similar. It's probably the Moon Kingdom because it's probably the Moon Kingdom. So, and I'm here, I'm like, put me in my fucking castle. And, Colin Farrell looks a lot like like Mamu-chan. Okay, so, Mamu-chan, I don't know. And, so I think 2D is probably the Moon Kingdom. And you guys are like, no, no Moon Kingdom, right? And so if he pulls out my 3D piece completely, um, that would mean like, oh, nothing's there in the mail, nothing's there in products, probably. Nothing's there in what else is 3D? Nothing's there in TV. They keep warning you with TV, they keep pulling the energy out of the TV and movies. Okay, so they're warning you. Isn't that 3D? Um, Pulling energy out of the products, pulling energy out of what else is 3D? The home, maybe the home. Work is clearly 3D. Um, so yeah, I think that the hospital is probably 4D because it's kind of like the church. So anyway, like if you're smart, you understand that. You don't really need me to explain it. So yeah, so I think like 2D is probably the Moon Kingdom and it's like an elective. It's like obviously what I want, but like, the general public is kind of dumb, kind of stupid. Take her out. Like it's just making the world worse and worse and worse. Even though we've said this to you multiple times, like if you pull me out, you're going to hate yourself. It's going to make your life worse. Like, so anyway, um, he's hesitant to pull my 3D piece out, but that's probably what he's doing right now because this is sort of what happened last year but last year it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like last year it was insane. I think I like took like a walk. I took like a long walk and came back. This was when Hayden was doing his Star Wars like tour, when he was doing his Star Wars tour with Rosario. And I came back from my walk and I just sat on my bed and it just literally felt like it felt like I was being pulled down, right? So I was probably being pulled down from 3D to 2D. It just felt like I can't even describe it. It felt like gravity was insanity. And it felt like a gigantic, I felt like I was going to faint as well. I think I was like calling to Hayden and I was like, Hayden, I was like, Hayden, I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna faint. And I fainted. I just fainted. And then that's when I saw Hayden pull me out, or Anakin. Um, and then, like, he didn't have the strength to keep me there on the space station. And then he called his father. And then Brandon came and got me and put me in the Pleiades, in a pen, basically. It's a little bit different than like an internal. It's a little different than an eternal marriage ceremony. Brendan's like, eat the wife, eat the wife, eat the wife. So, yeah, I guess that's why like it's like bacon. Yeah. So, um, yeah. So now I think he's pulling me out again, and I think it like kind of started last night with them like building the church. You know, they were actually building the church in like 1D, probably. I don't know. But they're probably starting to build the church in 1D. And I think if they're building the church, that would mean that they're starting to pull my 3D piece out, right? So, and I like feel like I'm in a coma, but it's like a slower, elongated coma. Where like last year, it like was like really like hit me like very, very hard, like very hard. Like all of the surgeries like hit me like so hard last year. And I mean, there's like so much like stuff from like the peanut gallery and whatever, but like I think all the surgeries hit me so hard last year is because I literally like wasn't allowed out of 3D, you know, like I wasn't allowed to like chill, you know, for the most part, except um, when my dad's had enough and we're pulling her out all together and like the world stopped and everything, and you still wouldn't let my dad's have me. Um, but that's like pretty much the only time I was allowed to stop in my entire life, like literally. And I'm literally like the queen, literally the princess from space. And so I think because of that, last year they just like hit me with like all like now that I know who I am and stuff like that. And I'm less scared of like the energy walking in and like, doing my surgeries and whatever. I think they just like were like, oh my God, like here's our chance. Like let's just give her like as many surgeries as we can, to help like save the planet, save humankind, and advance civilization and advance technology and advance evolution and everything like that. And I don't really know why. I think, well, Brandon said we needed a break. So, like, why did they stop or whatever? And he said we needed a break. And that's probably true. I probably needed a break. Um, but like why he stopped walking in altogether, he's like in the background, or he's like walks through us, he like walks through me and stuff. And like, when he's in the background, it literally like makes the world go crazy. Um, but like I think you guys sort of have to agree to for him to walk in or something like that. Like agree that I'm married to him, agree that I'm allowed to be taken care of by my husband's, like stuff like that, probably. But anyway, that's why I think that the surgeries like were like so fast and so furious last year, and they hit me so hard because like I literally, even though I'm the queen of space, I was like literally not allowed to like take time off and like relax, and like I was like sold the 3D lie and whatever. So my dad's like obviously like took it upon themselves to like give me as many surgeries as they could, and the lower level surgeries are still on back order because I still am going through training for that. Like, the adrenochrome surgeries are as low as we've dropped, but I'll definitely like see those. Like, I've only had space surgeries, I haven't had the lower surgeries. And didn't my dad just recently have surgery? So, I'm not looking forward to that, but like, you know, um, it is what it is, and I'll get through it, and I'll laugh about it eventually, just like I laugh about all the space surgeries. So, um, I'll laugh about all the time surgeries as well. And I don't know if my Palladian father knew that we're from space. Like there's probably aspects of him, and he probably saw stuff. He probably saw some of like the Earth surgeries and whatever. Um, I mean, they had to oversee like my boob surgery, so like they're somewhat involved. Like my dad literally had to be in the room in, the suit for my boob surgery or whatever. Um, you were saying that because your mom keeps telling us your boobs are real. Didn't Why do you guys say stuff like that? You know that they're trying to make my boobs real. You know that, guys. Stop being stupid. I don't know why you're so stupid. It's so annoying. Um, none of this is real, so they can like pull out the implant and just be like, oh my god, it's just a real natural boob. Like it's like, okay, like you're really stupid, Jennifer, and like the country is like burning down right now. Like, why would you say that? um, but anyway, that's probably like one of the like space time surgeries that they need to have where it's like braided and woven in or whatever. Or we could just like shapeshift. I think like if I shapeshift into Ezra Miller, like completely, like are my boobs real or fake? If like I am shapeshifting into Ezra Miller, like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Pretty sure that means that none of this is real. Like I'm completely shapeshifting into a man. Why did she shapeshift into Ezra Miller and not April O'Neil? Well, I did shapeshift into April O'Neil the other day, but I don't know why. Because he's my protector. He's one of my protectors, probably from the Moon Kingdom. There, my dog goes barking again, and it's driving me insane. And the Celestial is being called right now. Okay.